Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence, and today I want to talk a little bit about a film that I've been working on called Sheffield Psychedelic, and some of the struggles that kind of came around with regards to making it. I'm not going to go too in depth for this because I want to actually tell the full story on the DVD that I'm going to release for this film, because it's a proper feature film. It's my debut feature film. This is the real thing, right? This is the big project, right? So I started making this film in very late 2020. I started writing it in October 2020, and we filmed it in April of 2021. And then it fell into a bit of a development hell. First because we started working on a couple other films. I worked with the DP on Sheffield Psychedelic on his film, and then I also worked with one of the main actors on their film right afterwards, and like we became a very tight-knit filmmaking unit, essentially, like a filmmaking trio where, you know, we were sharing a lot of responsibilities and going back and forth and things. We were all very involved in the production, right? And so I spent most of my time that I should have been spending on post-production for Sheffield Psychedelic, instead working on these other two films. And then by that, suddenly it was like a year after, it was April 2022, and a year had passed since we'd done the filming, and then it became a bit of a development hell, mainly because of mental health sort of issues, and then that makes it sound way worse than it actually was. But that's the thing. That's the part of making a film that's such a big struggle. Is you know, it's not easy at all. And see, I watched this thing by this YouTuber called D4 Darius, right? I think he's one of the old school sort of YouTube filmmakers, right? Sort of 2013, 14, 15, and he's pretty good. I like his stuff. Haven't watched him for a while, but I went back and, because I mentioned in a video that I had done, that might not be out yet, that he did a film called Unsound, and he did this documentary about the making of it, and I thought, okay, well, I've just talked about it, I'm going to go back and watch that documentary. And there were so many elements to it that I thought, wow, his story is so much bigger than mine. And it kind of made me think, you know how, like, we're in Britain at the moment, right? People think of Britain as being kind of quaint, and then America as being like the bigger version of Britain, where everything's larger, right? And I kind of felt that, a very, I don't know, like this was the quaint version of Unsound. This was the quaint version of D4 Darius' story. Because he went to like studios and stuff. He took out credit card loans and like maxed out every credit card he could possibly get and got about $40,000 into debt, right? I didn't do any of that. I got about $1,000, I've got about £1,000 into debt at one point, and then I paid it off. So everything I need to do is paid off now, but I wouldn't want to spend that kind of money because I'm in a saving mode at the moment. I'm trying to save as much money as physically possible, right? So yeah, that's part of the story, is how this story is different from that story. The quaint version, like, I didn't go out and take loads of credit card loans and that kind of thing. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have dreamed of doing that, right? But, you know, I was watching that, I was thinking, is that the sort of thing I was meant to be doing? Because there's one point in the documentary where he goes, you know, I could try and do this and that and this and that to sell it, or I could put it onto YouTube. And he starts to, and there's one point where he goes, I'm still young, I could pay this credit card debt off. What's more important is getting this film seen. And I thought, I just couldn't have that mentality. I couldn't do that sort of thing. I couldn't have the balls to do that. And I thought, should I? Is that a sign that I'm not as immersed in my story and my vision and my film compared to him with his film? Because his film is a very, very personal story regarding a family member who has schizophrenia, and it's all about that, right? And I was sort of looking at that thinking, well, my story is a lot more light-hearted. My story is essentially about, the closest it comes to personal is my sort of personal relationship with psychedelics, which, to disclose, I've done LSD, I think, about 6 times, 3 of which were microdoses and 3 of which weren't. And 2 of those 3 I absolutely detested, and one of them was actually fucking amazing. So that was my sort of story with it, and I wanted to put that down into some kind of vision in a film, right? And I just thought that would be the sort of perfect place to do it, and so I wrote this story around it. And there's a hell of a lot more to this story that I'm going to go into depth with. like I'm talking about, this could be like a 45-minute video, but it's not going. This is going to be like a 10-minute video, just because I want to just share some vague ideas about the film, because I'm near completion. The film is past the rough cut. It's in what we call the online editing stage. We're working on sound, putting Foley together, and then trying to get to picture lock. Once we get to picture lock, then we start working on the color grading. But what I'm mainly focusing on at this present moment in time, I'm filming this in April, like mid-April, and what I'm currently focusing on is DVD bonus content, right? That kind of thing. I'm not so much working on the film itself at the moment, right? There's a very good friend of mine who's currently sorting out the edit, right? And while he's doing that, he's going to be done with that around June. And in that time, where I don't have to actually work on the film fully, I'm working on all the bonus content so that I can, once he brings me that cut, I've only got a few things left to do with that cut to get it to absolute completion. And then I've got all this bonus content. And then it's just a case of combining everything together, getting the DVD working, and then printing DVDs off, getting the DVDs sorted, and then like releasing the film and working out a release strategy. That's essentially the goal of it, right? And then I need to figure out whether I'm going to do film festivals, what film festivals I'm going to do. I mean, I'm not going to do anything like Sundance or Cannes or anything like that. Not just because I don't think I'm going to get in, but also because I don't have a massive amount of respect for these institutions. I'll probably get into why, maybe after the film comes out, because I don't think, I haven't really thought about it for a couple of years, so I don't have any like informed opinions on it at this present moment. But once I have some informed opinions on it, I will share them with you. And yeah, that's kind of going to be it from me. It's a very quick little sort of not getting super in-depth sort of video. I hope it made some level of sense, where it's just I'm not trying to, you know, advertise the film right now. I'm not trying to, you know, promote it or like get hype fucking brought up for it. We're going to start doing that close to the release, right? And you'll know when the film's about to come out, because I won't shut up about it, right? But for now, I just thought we would talk about it a little bit, because why not? Why can't we? So yeah, thank you very much for watching this this video. Thank you very much. And I don't know why I said thank you so many times. I don't know why I'm rambling so much. Yeah, take care everybody. Bye bye.